likely to play out the turtle fashion, while Newbee still going for the more aggressive team fight setup. And it seems to be how just both of these teams like to play. Even if the heroes are completely different, Dusa, Storm Spirit, Morphling, we didn't see at all in game number 1. And then the Templar Assassin and Troll. I think Troll was actually banned away early on, and then the Templar Assassin definitely wasn't seen at all. So even though it's completely different heroes, the playstyle for each team is going to be fairly similar. I'm interested to see how Old Chicken does, right? Because Old Chicken was having a hard time in the early game as that sniper, but was able to make the comeback slowly but surely just through pushing the game late. This time around, he can't do that. He's got to be the tempo controller, and if anything, they're going to be pushing it late for the Dusa. Now the push out here, Moo, trying to secure the Rune. It actually starts getting some damage. Waveform away, should make it fine. LT's actually dishing out a lot with that Arc Lightning. Sunshane's getting a little bit low, but also getting blocked out from the Fissure earlier. It's going to be our first blood. Moo hides himself against the trees. The support's not able to push forward anymore. The Zeus actually used every bit of mana he had, and of course the Fissure, no cooldown and no mana. Earthshaker can't do anything more at that point. So not only do they get the Bounty Rune for the Templar Assassin, but they also feed First Blood to the Troll. Meanwhile, the bottom Bounty Rune just now being found by Banana because the Dusa decided that it was better for him to just go for a block instead of trying to get the Bounty Rune. Very interesting. Also, the other kind of interesting setup, a lot of times when you see Dusa and a hero like Storm Spirit that gets a decent benefit out of being safe lane, you oftentimes see the Dusa being run mid instead of the traditional mid hero, and then they put the mid hero as a safe laner because it's so important for him to be a tempo controller going into the mid game. So him getting assured farm is more important than the Dusa. And usually that's the way we see it. I would say 9 times out of 10 when you have a setup like this. But EP decided that it's better for them to run the Dusa in the bottom lane, and it could kind of make sense, especially if their supports are not going to be in lane too much, because the Dusa does excellent up against other melee heroes. And that's primarily because of that Mystic Snake. Now, doesn't have levels in it just yet, but you don't usually spam it until maybe level 3, more likely level 5. Still, though, the Tidehunter's going to be pretty happy with the amount of experience he gets, even if he does feel harassment. Fissure block, okay. Misses the ward, just barely there. And the creeps will continue on their merry way. I can understand what the idea was for this Earthshaker, but unfortunately, no camp to pull to. And the creeps will just continue to push forward. Stun out, bounty secured. Earthshaker snags that one. Banana grabs another bounty rune for himself this time. Or rather, another rune for himself. This time it's going to be the double damage. Our CS board is a little out of whack here. Dusa leading the board so far, and Troll close and close. It's going to be our mid matchup that's the most interesting to watch between the Templar Assassin and the Storm Spirit. Now, Storm Spirit, I actually talked to Blitz about this earlier. Old Chicken's going to go down here. Moo should be able to get this kill.
Annihilator.
So I talked to Blitz about this, and I felt like Templar Assassin actually wins the matchup against Storm Spirit, but he actually completely disagrees. And obviously, since he's the Storm Spirit's master, I'm going to go with his analysis. But he says it's actually won by the Storm Spirit, primarily because Overload does, it's an extra instance of damage. So if you're spamming out the Static Remnant, and you right-click the Templar Assassin once, you actually take away 2 different refraction charges, and that's pretty important, especially with the nerf that Templar Assassin received a long time ago. Now, there's still ways for the Templar Assassin to win this, but it's going to be mainly reliant on those rotations. The Lion rotation really helping out there, giving Moo an extra bit of space. Top lane waveform out, Morphling will be fine. I cannot see him dying in this lane unless he gets too close to the banana. It simply should not happen 1 versus 1 against a Troll. Now our Earthshaker is sitting here kind of AFK for a while. Not sure if he's actually planning to gank Moo, or if more likely he's just waiting for another attempted gank from Banana. looking to protect his Storm Spirit. This matchup, though, I think this is about the point where you can start saying that it really turns to the favor of the Templar Assassin. The higher refraction charges, it's mainly, it's like primary at level 2 and level 3, I think, where Storm Spirit can establish dominance through the overloaded static remnant problem, right? Because even at level 2 refraction, that's only 4 instances. If you're hit by the static remnant and the right click, that's 3 of your instances gone right away. So that doesn't give you many opportunities to really be that aggressive. But now that you have all this damage coming out from refraction, you also get the side blades harassment in. I think Templar Assassin a bit more on even ground, and it's going to definitely show as the CS-wise definitely going to the favor of him. Old Chicken, meanwhile, farming up a hard camp stack. Haste. Banana. Picks up a haste rune. We'll stack up the Ancients for the Tide Hunter once, and then we'll actually probably come middle or bottom to gank. Morphling hiding in the trees. This haste rune's gonna run out. Banana doesn't really see the opportunity to go for Old Chicken. And with your Shaker here, we know. Lion may not know, but we know that if he tries to go for the kill on the Storm Spirit, it's not going to go well for them. They may both survive, but they're certainly not going to get the kill on Storm. So as much as Banana is roaming around, the Earthshaker is doing just as much to help prevent his Storm Spirit to die. Got Rabbit, Sansheng hoping to continue to push the Morphling out, not letting him get any experience there. And we'll also start putting pressure on the tower at the same time as they cut past the tower to be able to take on the next creep wave. This will mean an early tier 1 at this rate. Morphling, very little he can do about that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a pretty passive offlaner through and through now. They're going to try and go for a block off here. The Storm Spirit is level 6, so I guess technically they can get a kill on the Troll, even if the Morphling was not going to add very much to this engagement. It's all about making that jump. But Rabbit, he's playing very skittish right now. He knows the Storm Spirit's missing, and he's wondering why this Morphling feels confident enough to push forward. May even wonder where his mana came from, as they did give a bottle charge over to the Morphling. So Rabbit just fully backs out. Missed opportunity here. 4 heroes at top lane, and no opportunity for a kill. Tidehunter seems to be doing all right. Can't believe that there's no levels on Fan on his Mystic Snake. I don't know. I really think Mystic Snake is... I think people undervalued it before. They value it more now, but you still see instances like this where somebody just goes, no, I don't want it. Even though it would be super good versus the Tidehunter in lane. I mean, the amount of damage you can output, plus the amount of mana that you get back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Like, it's actually insane. I'm going to pull up the wiki right now, just to give you some stats on how much mana you can steal in total. So in total, if you actually hit bounces, if you hit all the bounces, right, you can do 1,950 damage with a level 4 Mystic Snake, the highest amount of damage being 450. The amount of mana you steal, if it's all mana creeps or mana heroes, 633 mana stolen, with 146 being the top. It's a crazy high number. Of course, it's situational, obviously. Most of the time, you're not going to be hitting all the bounces, but... well. Fan decides it's better for him to go in a more passive farming build. 3 levels in the mana shield, a level 2 in stats, and will now start going for the split shot. Now, the split shot changeup is actually a lot more favorable for farming up jungle with low levels of split shot. For example, if you only get 2 levels, right, you can farm up most camps very effectively at that point. You don't need to have an opportunity to hit 5 different targets if you're just farming a single camp at a time. So this oftentimes allows Dusa to go more levels in stat compared to the old split shot, which you kind of needed to max out if you wanted to farm up really effectively as a Dusa. Some exactly levels like this. 1 level in split shot allows him to farm up that camp twice as quickly. What's going on in this middle lane though? Old Chicken not farming it up. He's, I guess, been farming up the neutrals a lot, but he's missing out on opportunities for free CS. Meanwhile, our Morphling is level 5. We do have some Ancient Stack that Newbee are going to take. Tidehunter as well as the Templar Assassin join forces to take it. And June's pretty damn farmed. He's got Arcane Boots plus a Ringer regen. So that's going to be start. I really like this. Oh, wow. Never mind. Troll and Templar Assassin doing Roshan right now. They do kind of reveal it, but nobody can do anything about it. So the Aegis will end up falling, and Newbee taking a very early lead here. As long as they don't drop the ball, I foresee them actually taking game number 2. I know it's a bit early to say this, but look at that. They already have a 5,000 gold lead already. And it's only 10 minutes in. Anyway, we're going for an early mech on June. Now, with the Arcane Boots, this is technically possible. The new mech, the fact that it costs 225 mana, actually decreased the popularity of mech being picked up on certain offlaners, such as Tide and Bristleback. But because he has Arcane Boots so early, he's got decent number of levels. This mech is a fine pickup, I think. Bit surprising we don't see the early Blink Dagger, but fair enough. Who needs it if you can just 5-man and just through the presence of your heroes take towers without even needing to have a fight? Besides, the mech is going to be a big advantage that EP will not be able to replicate here. First of all, they don't have any heroes to be able to get a mech in the first place, but second, they're dealing with an Ancient Apparition on the enemy side, so unlikely. I mean, not only do you have a hero that can't go mech, but you also have a not a whole lot of value against an Ancient Apparition for that healing.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So all these tier 1 towers are going to start falling. Newbee. Wow, very surprised San Sheng is already level 6. I knew Banana would be a high level. He's had some successful rotations, but... Yeah, tier 1 tower goes down, and they will do the exact same thing to tier 2s. Maybe not right away, but quite likely with the second Roshan they will. Ooh, what an 8. Oh, nice heart stack here. Newbee. Another little jump in gold, and it seems like at this point June's going to have the Blink Dagger before like the mech even comes into play, which I suppose is the best situation to be in, right? Dusa a bit afraid for her life right now. Expecting Newbee to make a rotation to bottom, but as she sees more heroes in the middle, especially the Storm Shooter, going to start revealing them. Grabbing Rabbit, trying to jump away though, making sure not to blow too much mana early. Moo's going to come in with the Haste Room and probably force some more jumps out from the Storm Spirit. But that bit of dominance shown means tier 2 is going to fall. Sure enough, Newbee are not holding on the brakes at all, man. Like Troll, Templar Assassin, even Tidehunter to a certain extent are more 25 to 45 minute heroes, but 13 minutes in and they're already pushing out tier 2 towers and have already taken all the tier 1s. And that's sheerly out of the greediness of EP's lineup. They can't punish this with two supports that are completely early game crap, for lack of another word that I can think of. I mean, they're just like not very strong in the early game. Yes, if you get a Fisher block off, it's amazing. And the Zeus's harassment is okay, but when it comes to active team fights, these heroes can't do much. I mean, Zeus doesn't even have his level 6 yet. Snow Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker, and there won't be for a while. He doesn't even have Echo Surge. Oh! Wow. Old Chicken lucky to be alive. The Finger of Death doesn't do anything against the invulnerability of Ball Lightning. That was perfect timing. It may still be Kondo. Looks like our Zeus is going to go down. One shot from Moo almost brings down the Zeus. Jump in. They're actually going to be able to grab Rabbit here. They will take away his life. Moo, meanwhile, they don't want to deal with terribly just because he's got the Aegis and a Desolator to boot, so he's super scary. Old Chicken jumps away, slow down with the trap. They do slow him down even further with the gush. The Ice Blast lands, and, well, Fisher and Old Chicken will actually get out. Just that one Meld Strike probably would have killed the Storm Sphere with the Ice Blast on top of him, but doesn't happen. 1-3. Newbee taking an early lead here, almost got another pick off, but at the end just ended up losing the Troll and giving EP their first kill of game number 2. Anyway, further example of lack of early game on EP, the Morphling isn't terribly strong right now. He's more of a mid-game dominant hero. Obviously, the Dusa, the whole entire meme about her is the fact that she does not come online early. Everyone knows that. Jesus, look at that. That is super unfair. That ward's just barely outside of the vision. Anyway, so the Dusa is like, the whole entire meme about her is that she wants to go late, right? That she's not really useful for the first 35 minutes of the game. And that just leaves Storm Spirit to try and carry it, but it's still early for a Storm Spirit to come online. Like, we don't even have the first item for Storm Spirit yet, which is going to be a Bloodstone. So no Orchid. I don't think an Orchid is good in this game anyway. It's not good versus Troll, not particularly strong versus Templar Assassin. And kind of lackluster versus the Tidehunter as well. So I agree with the Bloodstone choice 100%.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Newbee bringing back some 5-man Death Ball strats, I guess. He thought TI was over. Well, it's really not. Blink Dagger up for the Tide. They're going to go for this bottom lane push with the Desolator up on Templar Assassin. EP have to deal with this. And they may assume that Moo is just trying to split push, in which case, Team Newbee will jump in with that. Oh, never mind. Nice use there of the Zeus ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. Stan is still going to be caught here. Finger of Death. Ravage goes down, locking down Dusa as best as possible, and they will end up killing her. Tick, 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 and she dies. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit jumps in, gets the Lion kill in return. Newbee, who have already blown so much, just need to try and get out at this point. Very surprised that they're still trying to stick around. They don't have Ravage. Farther up, Sansheng in a bit of trouble. Old Chicken gonna be forced back. He does still have his bottle and soul ring, so the danger is not over just yet for Newbee. That's why they're gonna group up together and back out together. I was wondering why Moo TP'd to the middle tower, but I guess he really wanted both of these runes. It's one way to do it, I guess. Roshan's going to be up in another minute and a half. With that Aegis, they'll probably take the rest of the tier 2 towers. It's very much a rinse and repeat sort of situation. That's kind of cruel. This kind of ward not only blocking out the camp, but also took away the defensive rune ward. placed by EP. The Troll, he's got an SNY Helmet Dominator plus phase boots, another 1300 gold on top of that. Banana's got a Blink Dagger, damn. All these early towers going down. Sunshake this time, okay. This time around we have an Ancient Apparition that is actually going to go for a Hand of Midas and probably pick up an Aghanim Scepter. Maybe not right away. I would be surprised if Sansheng still goes for like a 4-staff or something like that, but just because you picked up a Midas, if this game goes 85 minutes again, you'll still have that Aghanim's upgrade. I was really impressed with Fan's play. I think Fan, Old Chicken, and who was that? Was it LE or LT? One of their supports was actually really impressing me in that game 1. Could be one of those names that you hear later on, joining LGD or Kung Fu or somebody like that. LGD always knows how to find a good talent. And as expected, the second Roshan going into the hands of Newbee. They will get the Aegis for themselves. They have a Blink Dagger now for Templar Assassin, who is also rocking the double damage inside the bottle. Ravage, surprise, Ice Blast! Oh, Old Chicken. You thought you were good. He's going to have to blow as much ball lightning, but it doesn't matter. The Ancient Apparition, that was a level 2 ultimate. So the Ice Blast gets the kill. Manta finished up on Ardusa. Moo needs some backup. He's got the Lion that's coming in with the Blink Dagger as well as smoked up. Jump in. Going in, nice Manta, a little bit of disjoint there just to cause a little bit of rushes, but Fan is still going to be hit by the Ice Blast, and no, actually, Stonegaze locking in Moo. Now they have the Storm Spirit, able to finish off the line with a long jump in with Ball Lightning. Moo also takes a good amount of damage. June comes in, no Ravage for him. And that will not be a way to stop LT. Echo Slam laid down, Sansheng is going to go down as the right clicks finish him off, but LE is going to have to give up his life in return. Solely because of the fact that, well, he doesn't have an escape mechanism, so Newbee come in, quickly swarm the place. They get 2 kills in exchange, or rather they lose their 2 supports in exchange for just the Earthshaker there. Forced the Deuce to blow the ultimate, but it's really very minor at this point. BKB soon for the Troll. Midas picked up for our Muffling. Slow down, Zeus in some trouble. Moo, 2-shot. 2-shot. Damn, that's dirty. And that's what you get for trying to solo counter ward by yourself. And June's already starting to build into her fresher. Has the Oblivion Staff. Halfway to another one of the 3 different parts. This is going to be that kind of death balling. Ultimate goes on from the Zeus again, just to kind of check out where Newbee are at, making sure that none other heroes are going to be ganked up. But it's another kind of ineffective ultimate solely because Newbee already have. I mean, they don't care. They're not looking for kills necessarily. They already established their dominance early on. They've got map control. They can afford to just spread out, and they're going to go for the jump here on Fan. Banana following up that Ravage initiation with all the damage coming out. Fan will easily die, and Newbee will actually start looking for more here. Ravage pushes forward, but all of VP will be able to back out. It looks like they're going to go uphill. Force the buyback out of the Dusa. 40 seconds left on her. There's no way, I think, that they defend without her. Not up against the Desolator plus the Troll ultimate. Creep Wave's taking a while, though. Hurry up, Creep Wave.
Tower is under attack.
Stun on the move. Storm Spirits. Waiting for him to make his initiation here. Actually, with the Fissure and the Fissure and their harassment of the Zeus, it looks like they will actually be able to wait this one out. Jump in, whoa, move. They're going to try and grab the Morphling. Ice Blast on the way. If it clips the Morphling, he probably will die here. Waveform away just ahead of that last right click. Grabbing June, pulling him back. Whirling Axes, preventing the Storm Spirit from being able to go for more, and Newbee blew a lot there, but will all be able to get out safely. Now that the Deuce is back up, no incentive for them to try and push uphill just yet. Sure enough, San Shang will go for the Ghost Scepter. Classic. They also have some stacking up here. Triple Ancient stack for the Troll to farm. Do have a, what is that, 4-man smoke out from EP. They're going to go up to the top lane. Just trying to check out some of these items first. There's the Perseverance. Another 1,500 gold, and June will have... Oh, they see June. Jump, Old Chicken's going to be able to grab June, pull him back. Hoping to be able to get this kill. Fisher just keeps on getting that cleanse. Will be able to jump away. Banana now with the response. X on to Zeus. Gush to slow him down. LT knows that he's probably dead, so he's just going to lay out as much damage as possible. Rabbit comes in and claims the kill. Meanwhile, Blue just chasing down the Dusa. Oh, man, with the attack speed buff. Templar Assassin, the refraction hits, like she gets an extra amount of damage, right? But most of the time, she doesn't have that good of attack speed. But gets all the attack speed in the world out of that Troll ultimate. Old Chicken, he just blew a lot of mana. He's dead. That was silly. He's forced to commit suicide, now down to 4 Bloodstone charges. And EP are still banking on the Dusa late game here to carry them through and just playing the turtle. But this is very much a different turtle game than game 1. Game 1 was actually pretty close going into the 25-minute marker. This game, Newbee are running away with it. Over 15,000 golds, 15,000 experience. They're going to make the jump in when they can. Moo, unfortunately, had his Blink Dagger canceled out as the illusions were able to get through with a refraction and stop him from being able to blink. Banana now is going to be the first one to jump. Morphling dropping low, but a nice Fissure is the response. Newbee just turns to take that tier 3 tower. Ravage now going down. Morphling, who already used the waveform, is going to be stuck and taken out. Stormster goes to the back, going for a Banana. Holds him in place. Banana will live just barely. And the rest of EP forced back. They get the tier 2. They don't lose anything for it. They kill the Morphling. They're not going to push uphill. They don't have the Aegis, but Roshan number 3, that's Aegis and Cheese, they probably will. Especially as that will seem to coincide with June's refresher pickup. So like Old Chicken desperately needs a BKB. If he gets the BKB, he'll have a better time fighting these engagements. Dusa with the Manta, slowing down the Scotty a bit. I don't think she's going to have Scotty before the push comes in, and that's going to be a big opening for Newbee to exploit. The fact that the Dusa really isn't ready to fight yet. Not even close. Manta by itself is just not good enough, right? Manta and Scotty, and I think that's the point where Dusa like, okay, you finally become more of a factor than just your ultimate.
Blessings.
Roshan, oh, it's a late one. It's actually quite unfortunate for Newbee. They're hoping for early Roshans. Another scouting Zeus ultimate reveals that the Templar Assassin was looking to go top lane onto the Storm Spirit. Maybe the Dusa will be able to get that Scotty up in time. Second ultimate orb almost purchased. Speaking of Scotties. The Frosty Troll Warlord. He's got SNY plus Scotty. It is damn near impossible to escape from this guy because he's so fast and he slows you so much. Moo, is he gonna go for a Daedalus? Can afford the Crystallis right now if he wants to. Apparently he says no, that's not his thing. I just realized, I mean, it's been a short, like it's been a pretty short and sweet game for Newbee. There's the Scotty. But, been kind of short and sweet for them, but we haven't had that many kills. Only 15 kills over 30 minutes. The early game, Newbee, like, we're super aggressive, but now that, ever since, like, the 20-minute marker, like, they took down the rest of the Tier 2 towers, and then they've just kind of been like, well, it's good enough. Farm up, so they're going to get to a point where it's, like, impossible for them to lose when they go uphill. So what they're doing right now. Damn Roshan. It's like one of the latest Roshans you can get. Everybody will wait inside the pit. So the BKB and Scotty are up. Zeus does reveal that they're inside the pits, and we'll also probably see the fact that Roshan is up. EP, there's no way they can get to this in time. Look how quickly they take this. Between the minus armor of Melt plus Desolator and then the attack speed from Rabbit. It's just insanity. There's the full-out Daedalus, going to drop that TP scroll. And now Moon has the opportunity to one-shot somebody with a Melt Strike. All right, time for Newbee to push uphill. 32 minutes in, 4-11, a big advantage to be found by them, but high ground defense is always questionable. Jump in, Ravage number 1. 2, he does have Ravage number 2, actually catches Old Chicken with that one as well. They're going to turn on to Old Chicken, take him out. No, did not die for him. No suicide. They get 3, and Newbee will now claim a set of racks. And they could probably move on to a second set of racks as well. 40 seconds down for the Storm Spirit. He does not have buyback. Deuces does. But Newbee just going to keep on rolling here. Going for that Tier 3 tower. Morphling losing all his mana. Oh, God. Oh, 2 shots. There goes Ear Shaker right in front of his fountain. But I feel like EP, yeah, they're just going to call it GG. Game 1 was an 85-minute game. Game 2 ends by 33. What a dramatic difference there as Newbee. I bet they feel like they got a little embarrassed in Game 1. They just smacked Energy Pacemaker down in Game number 2, and that means we will have a full series out here, guys. Game number 3 will be coming up